Hey there, I'm Mr. Know-It-All, the lead swing trading analyst trader at Swing Trade Pros, the #1 swing trading and bot community in the world. And I genuinely want to help you make your mark in the thrilling world of swing trading cryptocurrency. I've been trading since 2017 and I've taught myself many different trading strategies, patterns. I'm known for the falling wedge pattern, as you guys might know. I've dedicated my life to mastering these types of structures and patterns, and now my goal is to impact the lives of 1 million of you. You heard that right. My goal is to impact 1 million people this bull cycle. Let that be you. Cryptocurrency markets can be a roller coaster ride, full of ups and downs. But through swing trading, I've discovered a strategy that can truly make a difference. I've poured countless hours to studying the intricacies of falling wedge patterns, rising wedge patterns, you name it, and it has become my area of expertise. Here's the thing. I genuinely want to see you thrive in this market. That's why I've made it my mission to impact 1 million of you. I want to provide you with the tools, insight, and support you need to navigate this exciting but challenging landscape. Swing trading is not just about technical analysis, it's about understanding market psychology and developing disciplined risk management strategies. I'll be there to guide you step by step as we identify different types of patterns and structures and seize profitable opportunities. Together, we'll build your confidence in trading skills, ensuring you're well prepared to face the twists and turns of swing trading. Believe me when I say that I genuinely care about your success. That's why I'm inviting you to join me, Mr. Know-It-All, on this transformative journey. Let's make the most of this bull cycle and work towards your financial freedom together. You'll find all my links in my bio. Reach out and let's dive into this world of swing trading. I'm here to support you and your family and guide you every step of the way because your success matters to me. Together, let's make a real impact and achieve trading success.
All right, welcome everybody back to another live stream here. We had quite a week here for lots of these altcoins. We spoke about ETH, Bitcoin bottoming out versus Bitcoin. And well, let's talk about where we think we're going next. We're going to look at the total market cap here and the weekly chart printing a weekly cross up here. A very significant breakout candle above the range. We do have some overhead Fibonacci levels here on 1.44 trillion. We're not quite there just yet, so I do think we're definitely going to go test that. That is most likely an imminent thing to have happen. Our weekly candles just turned white, which is indicative of breakout action. We usually get that type of stuff when, well, we start getting overbought, but we can be overbought for numerous weeks, as you guys have seen in the previous bull markets, where Bitcoin starts to go white on the candles, and we then proceed eventually to get some sort of pullback, but then a continuation in the coming weeks thereafter. So I am of the opinion that we are just now starting this breakout. Something to really look forward to, that's for sure. We've been waiting for this moment. We got a weekly cross. We are extended here on the weekly RSI. We are overbought. Okay, but we did break. We did have an RSI break, or we're very close to having an RSI break, I should say, from the May 2019 areas here. You guys can see that this is where we had that major pullback up here before we went on our major rally. Okay, and so that's something to pay attention to. We are nearing those areas here. I do expect some sort of pullback before the Bitcoin halving. So let's just monitor that. I think we're getting pretty close to that, and our weekly stochastics are sort of getting close to topped out. But like I said, we just had a massive weekly cross here with lots of momentum behind this move, and we're not quite topped out just yet on the weekly wave trend. So I think we do still have some room to run. All right, and yeah, so we've had quite a nice rally. We might see a little bit more continuation on maybe one more push up here. to this 1.44 trillion area, which is probably confluent with about 42K Bitcoin, I want to say. We're going to pull that up here in just a second. Yeah, so bullish engulfing on the weekly. Nice candle. I will say, like I said before, Tether looks like, it could be getting to an area where it's, oversold, and we definitely need to be cognizant of that. That is something we should be paying attention to, right? We came literally right down to this range low here on the weekly, and yeah, we got a bearish cross, beautiful. The weekly stochastics here are looking, sort of close to bottoming out. So our weekly momentum to the downside here is looking like it might be, close to some sort of bottoming area, on the weekly time frame. We're not oversold just yet, but last time we were this oversold was some sort of top for Bitcoin, right? So that's something to pay attention to. But I do think it's possible that we do continue to see movement down. I would say that it would be likely for us to back test this area that we broke down from, and that would create, a pullback in the market, and people are going to freak out and whatever. But yeah, I mean, short term, I think we're due for some sort of pullback, right? Like we saw a nice breakout. We probably want to back test the breakout and then see some continuation after that. Is where I'm going with this, guys. So just stay grounded. Definitely want to be paying attention to these markets right now. It's an exciting time to be in here for sure. Because if we zoom out to the monthly, we can see the monthly is still looking pretty bearish there for the dollar. And over the next coming months, we're definitely going to see this come down. It's definitely going to continue down, not up at this point. All right. So we could see a pullback. We could see some sideways consolidations before that pullback. All of the above there is I would say possible. But we did confirm this breakdown. And we are seeing the follow through this month, which is great. Once we do break this range, that's when we're really going to see the market explode. And when we come down to the bottom of this channel here, I would say that that's going to be a great take profit area, because that is going to be an area lots of traders are going to be watching, right? And I'm not saying that it's not possible for Tether to break this structure, because it totally is, but it hasn't broke that structure, and that's something we also want to be paying attention to. All right. So that's my analysis as of today. And we can see the daily here on Tether is right at the range low, right at the bottom of the range. And it would make some sense for us to see some sort of, pullback or back test of this breakdown, right? I mean, our candles are still white right now, which means we're definitely still in this breakdown. But at some point, we're going to see this come back up to back test this resistance that we broke down from, to confirm it as resistance. And that's usually what you get. You get deviations a lot after you get breakdowns. And don't be alarmed if that happens, because that is totally normal, and we will definitely be seeing that. When we see that, like I said, I think around that $42,000 area on Bitcoin, we'll see how this plays out. But it's looking pretty good, guys. Hopefully you guys are enjoying some of these nice wedge breaks, these long-term trade setups that we've been giving here over the past few months. They're all starting to play out very nicely. And we have 4 people on the stream. That's wonderful. Appreciate all you guys joining tonight. Yeah, we are live on almost every single platform. That's great. So who do we have on the stream tonight? 4 people. I think that's pretty funny. Sorry. But if you're on the stream, IJ Money, you're always here, bro. Kudos to you, man, for always being on the stream. I really appreciate you. If you're on the stream here, Flap, you're here, of course. My man Flap. What's up, dude? By the way, we are in a live long trade on OP. We got a nice stochastic cross up here on the 10, 13-minute, 15-minute. Looks pretty good. Looks like we're probably going to see this thing range break up to at least 1.85. That looks pretty promising. This looks like a big cup and handle structure on the shorter time scales. So yeah, I think OP see some nice continuation. If you guys are in the trade with me, we entered at 1.8169. Looking pretty good. You didn't see the 30-minute alert? Yeah, because I actually made this stream around 6:30 or something. So that's probably why not a lot of people showed up. That's all right. I'm sure some people will stroll in during the stream here. All right. So yeah, first weekly candle overbought here for the total market. If you're just joining the stream, let's look at the dollar index. So the dollar never actually closed a candle back below. We had that breakdown, and then we got an instant buyback on the dollar. But if I'm looking at this carefully, we never actually reclaimed this 106 level. And that could be, so we got this bounce, right? It just could be, in my opinion, it could be a dead cat bounce for the dollar. Let's go to the daily. So yeah, I think the dollar is going to continue further down. We'll see. Let's go to the hourly. Yeah, you guys can see that the dollar is rejecting this area here, and it looks like we're probably going to see the dollar come back down. We will shortly see what ends up happening with that, but the hourly and 4-hour kind of look toppy. We'll see what happens with that. We'll see. We'll see how this goes, boys. What are you guys thinking? Anything you guys want to look at? Any tokens or charts you guys want to see? Throw them in the chat. Want to look at ETH, SNX? I'll take a look at them. All right, so ETH on the monthly chart here, you know, getting a nice stochastic cross up. We're in a monthly squeeze, no doubt about it. You know, the area of confluence on the monthly is around 25 to 2,800. That looks like a good area for it to go over the coming weeks, months. On the weekly, we're butting up against a range high around this 2134 area. If we do break it, I think, like I said, 25 to 2,800 is the monthly pivot, and I think we will ultimately get that area tested. I mean, just look at the 2-week, man. This looks really, really nice on the 2-week chart with that beautiful cross up there. And yeah, I mean, you know, we could get a couple days of sideways price action here. Like I said, we can get a pullback to, like, you know, Tether probably could retest that level here, and we could see a pullback happen. That's definitely not out of the cards. All right. Daily candle opening white, weekly candle opening red, 4-hour candles, kind of like a bearish consolidation here. Right, it doesn't look too strong, but we are at a range low, right? So we want to see this range break, and that's it. That's really it. We'll see how this goes. All right, guys. You know, our 15-minute maybe looking at a cross, but we could see some short-term movement down. over the next maybe couple hours or something. Flow, yeah, Flow broke out of its wedge, man. Finally, right? We're sitting on a pretty big bag of that. Looking pretty good, man. Gotta say, volume picking up here right on this break. Our first real major swing target here is 90 cents, the 236 fib extension. Weekly ASO just crossing up, telling us that we got bullish momentum coming into this asset, which makes perfect sense with the squeeze breaking north, right? But yeah, the weekly oscillator here, looking like it's maybe putting in some sort of top, but you guys can see we had an RSI break. We haven't had an RSI break on this asset ever. So that should tell you something, that it's changing trend, right? And that is what we're looking for, with the volume kind of confirming that break too. So beautiful. Very nice. And yep, we are at a range high, right? Right here, this is the range high. So we could pause here for a bit. We could go sideways here if market does pull back, right? But your daily candles just started turning white. I think this is just building up momentum to break that. So we'll see what kind of energy and volume kind of comes in for flow. But you guys can see the increase of volume here towards this break, right? So that's something to pay attention to when you're looking at taking swing trades. All right. Crow, yeah, I think you kept talking about Crow. It finally broke, right? Beautiful. Was down at the bottom, right? Bottom of the range. Let's see. Was it Bittrex we had it charted? Yeah, man, there's that beautiful wedge break we were talking about potentially happening, and you got it. I gave it 200% measured move. It pretty much captured half of that move so far. That's wonderful, man. It's great when these things actually start to play out. But yeah, you were extremely overbought on the daily. Yeah, so I would say your target here is like about 17 cents. If you break that, you really don't have too much above you in terms of resistance, right? And so that's looking pretty good, man. You're about to get a weekly ASO cross. Your RSI hasn't been this high on the RSI since March of 2022, which was that double top high. Very nice. Algo and BNB, yep, absolutely. We'll take a look at it, man. Algo broke out of a major falling wedge pattern as well. Again, if you guys have been following some of the stuff here, you guys know. There's the wedge break on Algorand. Beautiful, right out of the structure. You do have some areas of resistance on Algorand here. You have this level right here around 20 cents. It's an area that was regarded as support numerous times before catalyzing moves up. You have this area right here that looks like a local level around 16. So you start breaking those levels, you're going to be on your way to higher prices. 16, 20, 27 areas, those look like areas where you could get to with this swing on this movement, right? You haven't had a weekly ASO cross since really September of 21, right? And that wasn't as see how deep of a swing this is. We haven't had that deep of a swing. There isn't really enough chart information here, but you can see on the if you're towards the buy zone and you're getting the ASO cross up, that is what I call node mint. That is going to be a nice swing trade set up there. All right. Yep, falling wedge targets usually break to eventually the top of the pattern. That is usually what we're looking at. I mean, that is a very, very significant ways away, and this could take a couple years to play out, right? These swing trades could last months or years, and that is something you need to understand, that this isn't just going to happen right away. And yeah, you want to take a look at the weekly wave trend, see where you're at on it, right? You haven't crossed bullish just yet on this asset, but once you do, you're going to see much higher prices on it. That is for sure. All right. Any others that you guys want to look at? You guys want to look at BNB? All right. Yeah, BNB was also at its range low. Never broke that 208 level that we were talking about for quite some time. I don't know if this is the right chart. I think I had it on USDT. All right, there you go. So it looks like more of like a descending triangle on BNB, which they break up about 53% of the time. But according to our wave trend here, you guys can see that this made some sort of bottom. You had weekly bullish divergence, right? You can clearly see that this was, right here, this was the top, right? And similarly, this is the bottom, right, with the divergence, confirming the low and the bottom. So there you go. Your top and your bottom, like they look complete inverse, right? And that is what you want to be identifying if you're a long-term swing trader. This type of stuff, divergence is key to understand to make good decisions, right? Well, great. ACQ, is that a stock or a crypto? I assume that's a crypto. Let's see. Acquire Finance. All right, never heard of it. Interesting chart. Well, there's not a lot of chart data, but you can see the RSI is clearly diverging. Your ASO is about to cross up here. We even got a weekly counter trend long on it. This probably has a lot of upside because there isn't a lot of resistance. Wow, this thing was $2 on that wick. That's crazy, buddy. Yeah, man, this looks good in terms of it going up. There's not a lot of chart data though, right? But if this thing does something out of the ordinary, I mean, you can see it's got lots of room to run on the weekly wave trend. You could go sideways for a bit to cool off that RSI and stay bullish. But yeah, looks good, man. As long as the tokenomics are good and the product actually does something, the technicals, I would say, look good. All right, XLM, let's take a look at it. XLM is basically repeating a similar pattern that it's been doing every cycle. So here it is. So you have the falling wedge, you broke out of it, you back tested the trend line here. You didn't really put in a good candle last week. That is a doji candle. And your weekly SO is not really telling you upside just yet, really. I mean, you're still sitting bullish. You did get a weekly cross up. You could see some sideways action here on XLM. I wouldn't say that this is like one of the best performing assets to own in this market, truthfully. We can look at Rune. Yeah, Rune broke out of a channel. I think we gave an entry on Rune around $2 on this asset, so it's doing quite well. But yeah, XLM here, maybe consolidation in this range to make like an inverse head and shoulders pattern to look for higher prices eventually, but not the best performer, that's for sure. Anyways, let's look at CGBT. We'll look at Rune first. Rune made a run, probably get some sort of pullback, I would assume. I mean, you are right at the channel area here for break, but you're extended, man. You really are extended on this asset. The daily is quite overbought, way above the red zone in the wave trend. The weekly as well is entering into that I'm a sale type of thing up here, but it could stay overbought. Like the weekly candles just, I mean, this is your third week in a row of white candles, but you could stay overbought for some time, man. If you're really changing the market structure, changing the trend, it looks like a major bull flag, right? This has major upside if it does break that. Your next real target here is around that 870 region. If you do break it, and you're on the verge of breaking it. You can see though that it hasn't broke it just yet, and maybe this could be a bit of a pullback right here. Maybe you do something like this where you come back down to test $4, make a higher low, and then run through it, right? You got to reset oscillators here. But yeah, I mean, this looks kind of right at resistance, man. Like, you don't want to be looking for long trades here. And, I would say you'd wait for this to pull back a bit to reload. But longer time frames look crazy bullish on this thing, right? The weekly candle bullish engulfing. Yeah, I mean, you got this area right here on this 485 area. This area here, you know, you got a candle body here. That looks pretty good for maybe some sort of support. Like it broke through here and then back tested it and then went on to its all-time high. So that could be an area of interest for sure. CGBT, let's take a look at that one. I've never really looked at that, I don't think. Let's see. I've heard of it, ChainGPT. Interesting. This looks like maybe some sort of inverse head and shoulders pattern. It's not really though, because this right shoulder is lower than this left shoulder. But it looks like maybe some sort of bottoming action happening on this one. The weekly ASO is about to cross. You didn't quite cross just yet, but certainly looks kind of promising on the longer time scales here. Your 2-day chart is bullish. Your daily chart is also looking pretty bullish with the ASO clearly indicating more upside coming for this asset. So yeah, it looks like you are going to break this range. And if you do, there is a lot of room for it to go up. So that's great. This looks great. You know, you break that 6-cent region, you're going to go up to about 8 cents. That's your next real resistance area or Fibonacci level. You can see that it was regarded as resistance here on this wick in August. But yeah, this looks like at least a cup and handle type of formation here on the daily chart. Anything else you guys want to look at? Looks like we're getting a little chop right now. Tether might be picking up some steam off these range lows. We still got some tokens that are still sending, which is nice. Solana, yeah, sure. Sol made a major breakout. I think we spoke about Sol at 25 bucks, making that higher low. Yeah, Sol went right into the Fibonacci level here. You know, went a little bit above it. Weekly candles starting to turn white here. This is looking very bullish. You know, descending, broadening wedge formation type of stuff. Your top eventually is 250 on this technical setup. Eventually. Highest weekly momentum you've seen since January of 2023. And is looking pretty confluent with the May 2021 area here, where you had this big run up and then you went sideways for like, I don't know, a couple months, and then you just went off to your all-time high, which is something that we might end up doing, right? We might put in some sort of local top up here and then go sideways and then break out again, right? Where I am expecting some sort of pullback in this market. It's just been on a rampage running, right? So definitely do not expect crazy miracles just continuing. Like the 2-week on Tether is in the demand zone right here, right? So but if we break this demand zone, we can talk about higher prices, right? We're at the bottom of a Bollinger Band too, remember. But it would make some sense for us eventually to get down to that 5.5% region on Tether eventually. A couple weeks, maybe a month out, maybe. Steam, yeah. There's some assets that are still going to maybe run while Tether makes its move. But yeah, I am of the opinion that we have entered phase 2 of this bull market. Not sure if you guys have looked at this, but this one has caught my attention, Waves token. And the reason being is because of the structure that it's in. It is a massive structure, guys. Like, look at the trend line respect right off the major support lines there. That is something to not ignore if you're a swing trader. All right, one low, second low, third low, right? One low, same low, same low. And the weekly ASO crossing up, you're about to cross bullish on the weekly chart. This thing has room to run, guys. in the coming weeks. All right. Tau, sure. Let's take a look at it. All right. Yeah, not much data on this one. You're in a weekly breakout for sure. You broke the range. You know, if we were just using some traditional technical analysis on this, we can Fibonacci level this. It came up to 150, tagged the 1414 fib extension. I would say that this looked like maybe some sort of Adam and Eve double bottom, and your measured move is about 153% from the neckline break, and that puts you right around about 2.25. So I would say conservatively, you probably hit the target. Maybe one more push to 200. Just watch the volume, right? This is the highest volume that this asset has ever seen. So that's good. Maybe you can continue the price action. But again, without like real history on an asset, I can't tell you that this thing is going to go to like, you know, $6,000 or some crazy shit, because I don't know. But it's in price discovery, right? We know that this is in price discovery. If this is the full chart on it, I don't know that it is, but maybe it is. Yeah, it looks like MEX has the data on this one, so there you go. I got no other data for you, man, but volume looks good. Breakout looks good. Hang in there. You're in price discovery. Price discovery is always a good thing, because there's nothing above it. Yeah, not sure what you guys are doing tomorrow, but we have our VIP call tomorrow at I think it's at 10 a.m. Eastern time, and we're going to be going through and running through some of our latest and greatest bot strategies. You guys should check those out, especially as we go into these uptrends. And the rapid fire indicator has really been performing extremely well. Even in sideways price action, it's good. Let me just give you guys a reminder for that. Or excuse me, it's 11 a.m. Eastern. All right, 11 a.m. Eastern. This is basically our Black Friday event, and you guys are all welcomed to join that. Okay, it is free for everybody. Let me tell you a little bit about the rapid fire indicator and how it's been doing. I think just the last few months that we've been running it, this is on a Play Money account, not a real account. It's done about 282% in the past few months. So make sure you guys come and check that out. I will be there charting for obviously the alert service, but you guys are more than welcome to join and learn about our bots, because they are doing well in these markets. Obviously, if we have trending markets, bots are going to do extremely well. And obviously, these bots also trade the short side too when the market is pulling back. All right. Cool. Let me know what else you guys want to look at. We got anything really breaking right now? Bancor is breaking out. Oh yeah, Bancor made quite a nice bottom down here, man. Look at these volume spikes on Bancor, man. That's serious. Ave looking still pretty good. SoFi, yeah, that's a stock that you all should own for sure. Yeah, testing the 236 fib extension. It's kind of doing something similar to what it did on its previous leg up, where it back tested. So it's back testing its break. Let's take a look at some oscillators here to get an idea. Yeah, I don't know if this is ready just yet. Yeah, not yet, man. The daily and the 2-day don't look well. The daily looks okay. I mean, you're at a range low. Okay. You could take a shot here, man. You could take a shot here, and the reason why I say that is because it's very easy to strategize taking a long position off this range low. You could long this tomorrow, let's just say, and set your stop below, 650, and give yourself some room, right? But yeah, that definitely looks okay. It looks like a channel of sorts. Not a wedge pattern, but a channel. I don't really like to long channels until they actually break out of them, but more than welcome to take a shot at it, man. The daily looks okay. The 4 hour also looks okay. Right, you got some divergence here. Right, you're kind of oversold or near that oversold area, and you're just sitting on a range low. So yeah, you more than welcome to take a shot at this down here. You got double line support on the 4 hour. You got to break above that 7.25 region, and eventually break this channel. If you do that, then you can really be confident that this is going to make a higher high on price, but not just yet. Not just yet. LPT. LPT looks interesting here. It's at a 4 hour resistance right now. You got a nice ASO break, so squeeze broken on the 4 hour. The daily stochastics look good, right? Crossing up. You could probably see a break on this coin, given it gets the volume to break it. That is the key point here, is getting the volume, because you are at a resistance. That is the key, man. You really want to see this thing build up some nice volume going into this break. But you can see it's just been making higher lows and higher highs after this huge, drawdown we had at the top here. Again, this is a major resistance level for it, $7. Maybe set a price alert if it's breaking $7 with volume coming in. You can see the volume tapered off here. That means maybe it's building up to a nice movement up. All right. Hourly RSI is kind of bullish to neutral. Your stochastics are kind of pointing down on the 15-minute. The hourly is bullish. The 4 hour is also bullish. But take a look at your momentum oscillator. Right? It's all the way up here on the 4 hour. But that doesn't really mean too much. It could stay overbought on the 4 hour. The daily looks good. The daily got a nice cross. So yeah, I would say on the daily chart, you could be looking at a break tomorrow on it, or maybe sometime tomorrow or into later tonight. LPT looks good on the daily. And the weekly also looks pretty good. You just got a weekly wave trend back test of that median line, which is the bullish control zone line. And yeah, this looks like it's ready to make another leg if the volume can support it. And the volume is tapered here and starting to try to build up again. So if the volume comes in this week, man, that is definitely going to see a major push. $8 is that next real region for it to test. All right. So yeah, that looks good. Bobby comes in fashionably late. What's up, Bobby? How you doing, bro? OP looking pretty good. Looks like it made like a nice double bottom here on the 5-minute. And I was looking at the 15-minute before. We had a nice stochastic cross up on this here. So let's see if this can actually break above 83.77. That is the area to break right now. We're breaking out of looks like a 1-minute squeeze right now. And the 15-minute is in a squeeze. We got an early signal here. So I think we're going to see this asset break north. What do you guys say? I took a chart froze. That's great. Thanks, TradingView. Unbelievable. Looks like it's breaking right now anyway. I mean, my chart froze. But yeah, the 4 hour looks good, right? Nice consolidation here on the 4 hour. Putting in what looks to be like a hammer candle. 85 cents, that's the region you really want to see it break above. And it looks like it's going to do that. We'll see. It's quite the candle there on the 15-minute chart. Wi-Fi, yeah, we can take a look at it, man. How you doing, Arun? Sure, let's take a look at Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi was in the setup, man, I think. Look, there goes LPT breaking $7 right now. All right. Watch for a breakout on this coin. This looks very significant if it does break it. All right. What a candle, man, on the 2-week chart on this thing. Wow. That's crazy. Let's get some of this shit off here. Let's look at it on this chart. All right, so Wi-Fi on the daily. So the daily's in a breakout. You know, you got resistance up here on 10,451 on it, and yeah, your weekly looks pretty good, man. I mean, you you probably closed a weekly bullish engulfing candle, as you did on most assets. I'm just waiting for this thing to load. It's just been really annoying. All right, yeah. So weekly, clearly bullish engulfing. You know, you broke this major trend line here. I would say it was more like this. You're clearly in a breakout. And probably not much resistance until this neckline around, you know, 10,658 to about that $13,500 region. You know, previous areas on the chart, you know, these are going to act as resistance, right? So you want to really be paying attention to these levels. You got a couple levels here to look at. But once you get above them, there's really not much in terms of resistance. So looks pretty good. Weekly ASO crossing up, weekly crossing the bullish territory line. You haven't been this overbought on the RSI basically since this top. So definitely looks like a major momentum shift. If you go to the monthly chart, it's probably going to look a lot better. You're going to see the monthly stochastics just crossing up here. You know, this is most likely the lows for this asset. If you get continuation, right? That's the whole key point here, is seeing the continuation for sure. But yeah, looks like a rectangle bottom to me, right? You can clearly see that this area right here, you know, this is your top of your range. This was the bottom of your range. It looks a lot like Chainlink, actually, before it broke out. So if you really want to make a good comparison about what Wi-Fi is going to do, let's look at Chainlink. It's the same pattern. It's literally the same pattern. Rectangle bottom. Obviously, Chainlink is a real performing asset, but, you know, Wi-Fi is, you know, DeFi, right? So it's all kind of similar in that space, right? But yeah, Chainlink looks absolutely fantastic on the monthly chart. So it's great. Beautiful stuff. I'm flipping to the OP chart because I'm in a long trade on it right now as we speak. And this looks like it's going to go up. So let's watch it go up. And so does LPT, man. LPT is breaking $7 right now. And the fact is if this does make a break on the hourly above 708, there's really not much up here, man. It literally just zigzags through this area. So if it breaks that 708 level, man, you could probably see a God candle right through here. So great stuff. Great stuff. Anything else you guys want to look at here tonight? Filecoin's looking pretty good. Probably has room to about that $8 region. Yes, the baby is keeping us busy too. Oh man. Maybe we should open a position on LPT here. Looks interesting. Take a look at it more closely. Yeah, I'm liking what I'm seeing on this right now for sure. We're a little late on the entry, but looks good. All right. Let's see LPT breakout live on stream, boys. Let's go. LPT and OP for the win. We're long on both of these assets right now. Sure, we'll take a look at Casper. I think that also broke out. Oh yeah, man. Monthly double bottom. This looks great, man. You know, neckline at 6 cents. You got room. You got at least room to the neckline here at 6 cents. This looks great. Looks pretty good. You got a monthly cross up on the ASO. Looks pretty good, man. Looks pretty good. Nice setups here, boys. Some very nice setups on these charts right now. There goes LPT on the break right now. Beautiful. Man, my charts are really lagging a lot. OP long is lit. We got an entry around 82 cents, 81 cents. And we're in LPT around, I think, 707. We just entered it off that 15-minute close. We entered at 707. Yep. Beautiful. There's the breakout on LPT, man. There she goes. Come on. Let's get some hype in the chat. With volume. See the volume coming in here on this break? Beautiful. That's exactly what we want to see. OP has lots of room, man. Look at this 15-minute oscillator just telling you lots of upside to be had. 5-minute on LPT looks great. 15-minute probably looks even better. Yeah, this looks like it's going to moon. Hourly has lots of room. Guys, this is probably a breakout for LPT. All right. I hate that my charts are lagging right now. It's really aggravating. We're coming into this resistance area here on OP. Remember though, those stochastics look good on all those time frames. So I think we're gonna probably see it push through. Yeah, man. OP looks great. This is the breakout area, man. So let's see if we get a break. Love to see it, man. Love to see it break here. What's Tether doing? That's the real question. Gotta watch Tether, man, because if Tether is well, yeah, Tether's pulling back. There you go. It's at a support though, right on the 1 minute. So we may not see a break just yet. I would say within the next 15 to 20 minutes we will, though. Let's see. Tether's trying to creep into the bullish control zone. But yeah, I mean, we got a 5-minute bearish cross. That could result in upside here for a lot of these areas of break. So just stay patient in the trades, guys. I think we're going to see some nice action on these, especially these ones we just identified here. Maybe in the next, 15, 20 minutes, these break out. We'll see. LPT is certainly making a push. Yeah, OP maybe not breaking out right away. Maybe makes one more retest before it breaks. But LPT looks okay. Our 1 minute candles went white. It's usually a good sign. See if we can catch this breakout, boys. What do you say? We'll see. We shall see. Tether. If Tether breaks down here, and then all these assets are just going to go back up. Could be a long stream. Yeah, it could be. Not that long. All right, OP looks like it might have just reset, and it's ready to go. Tether coming back down to this support here. Gabe's doing great, man. Thanks for asking. All right, Tether now breaking resistance, so OP should be ripping. Here comes the volume on OP. Here we go, boys. Oh. Tether said, not so fast. We're not breaking just yet. Let's see, man. Let's see. OP's looking like it's out. It is above that level right now. Very, very important that it's breaking this level right here. Here goes LPT. Candles on the 1 minute are white. It's looking pretty good for a breakout. Our logs are lit, boys. Let's go. We're up $250 on LPT right now. I think there's still a lot of room for this thing to go. Yes, sir. Oh, beautiful, Tether. Just break that resist, break that support. Once this support breaks, guys, these assets are going to just fly. So just stay patient. Like I said, those stochastics telling you the story here. Continuation incoming. There goes LPT, man. It's about to fly. We're up $300 on LPT right now. Live on stream. Or the breakouts. There it goes, man. It's breaking support. Big time break. Big time break. I just got a 5-minute long on LPT. Here we go. All right, so Tether trying to back test this this break it just had on a small time frame. Could pause here for a minute. Remember that 15-minute looks like she's coming down. So Moon River, we'll take a look at it here in a second. All right, Tether's breaking it. Let's go. Pump it. There she goes. It should be a major break, guys. Major move coming. Looks like OP is back testing. Tether just broke support. We'll take a look at Mover here in a second. Just kind of want to monitor this. Yeah, this looks good. All right, so Moon River. Moon River looks set up, man. I think we spoke about this asset many times on the stream, and I'm still in my long position, man. There's no reason to get out of it right now. Looks very good on the weekly chart. Right, broke out of this This major wedge gets back above the 6.25 area. I think it's got room to $16, man. Looks very good. Very, very good. Yeah. Tether breaking down. There she goes. Everything should be going green in this market right now. Some more than others, of course, but yeah. Those daily stoics on LPT look absolutely phenomenal. Really. All right. So OP couldn't break it this time around. And I don't know, man. Tether's continuing to move down. It's weird that these assets aren't going up. Maybe they just need a quick reset. Yeah, I think we're just going to get a quick reset on these smaller time scales. Well, there you go. Tether trying to reverse a little bit there. That could cause some issues for continuations. Radium on the move. This looks like a nice momentum trade, right? Kind of off this range low. The hourly looks good, right? Definitely poised for upside on the hourly. One could probably take a trade here on this asset for the upside move. What's up, dude? This looks like a nice descending triangle trend line break, or maybe a pennant of sorts. Yeah, radium looks pretty good, man. Yeah, fuck trading this thing. This thing is like, So volatile. The order book on radium is not something you want to. Don't trade radium on MEXC, man. Don't do that. That's not good. What do you mean you never get alerts for my channel anymore? What are you talking about? All right, OP just got the reset. What do you mean, Donnie? I go live all the time, dude. Huh, that's interesting. I don't know why that is. OP sending here, guys. Breakout. This is an OP breakout right now. Confirmed. With the break in the back test on the small time frames. What a move it's going to make here, guys. What a move. What do we got above us here? Not much. Okay, we have daily resistance around 188. I suspect it's going to test that. So if you want to set a take profit, it's probably not a bad area to take it. As I do think it will run into that and probably pull back there initially before breaking it. Tether is breaking major support as we speak. LPT got the reset to break higher. Let's see if OP can make it to 188 here on this push. There it goes, and it's pushing. Nice candle here, guys. Another white candle usually means more. We did make a higher high. Oof. This thing is very volatile. Maybe a bit of a pause here before continuing. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, Tether is clearly in a breakdown, so I don't see why this doesn't continue. 88 cents, 188, I think, is the area for the daily resistance on this. Touching the top Bollinger Band again. Let's see if we get it. Looks like we're going to get a continued push on this candle. Here we go. Looks very nice. It is very volatile. It's got to break 18778 or 18768. There it goes. There it goes. There it goes. Very nice candle there, guys. Very nice candle. We're at $250 profit. I'm going to go ahead and take some off here. Beautiful trade. All right. Hopefully you guys caught some of that price action with me here tonight. I'm going to jump off this stream, but if you guys want to join the alert service to get these calls, make sure you guys do that. It's $97 a month, but man, it's worth it. We just sat here and made $400 on the stream in 20 minutes. All right. Make sure you guys join up. You will not be unhappy. We do scalp trades. We do long-term swing trades, as you guys know. Make sure you guys join the VIP call tomorrow. It's at 11 a.m. Eastern. We'll be posting the Zoom link tomorrow in the Discord, so make sure you guys join the Discord. I'm going to drop that here for you guys right now. And we'll catch you guys then. You guys have a wonderful evening and a wonderful week if we don't see you tomorrow. All right? Thank you guys so much. You all have a wonderful night.